All right, AP students, we're back at it as promised. I told you I'd give you an update on the AP exam. So first of all, we got to figure out what's going on. And obviously, as you know, you've heard from a bunch of people and you're going to hear from every one of your teachers, the stuff's threw a monkey wrench into the entire machine that is public education and education in general. So the AP is no different. What they had planned on doing is not what's going to happen from now on, or for this year. But that's okay because they had already made some pretty big changes to the AP language and composition test anyway. So it was already going to be different than what my students in the past had experienced. And so now it's just going to be different again. But basically, they considered many options for what to do. And this is what they came up with. So I got a letter that they emailed me. They may have emailed you as well if you have an account on the College Board website. But that actually reminds me, I need to take a note. But they said about this year's AP exams, it says they surveyed a bunch of students and they were wondering what they want to have happen. And so it says students remain eager to take the AP exams and have a chance to earn credit and placement. We surveyed 18,000 AP students and 91% indicated they want to complete this important step, urging us not to cancel this opportunity they have been working toward. We'll continue to support students with free resources through exam day, and while we encourage students to wait until closer to the test date to decide, any student already registered for an exam can choose to cancel at no charge. So basically, they are going to go through with the AP exam, but it will not be conducted in the way that it has in the past. You will not come to the school, you will not meet in a classroom, and you will not take two separate sections, and I'm going to explain to you how that's going to work here in a second. Now, if anybody decides that they do not want to take the AP exam, you can receive a full refund without having to pay any kind of a penalty. Now, that being said, I hope that everybody chooses to take the AP exam. I've been working with you all year, and I feel like you're prepared to do it, and we're going to do a few more things to continue preparing for it. And I think the changes that they're making because of the situation that we're in with the pandemic, they're actually conducive to you performing even better on the exam than had we not missed school. So anyway, I'll talk to you about that in a second, but right now, the note that I had to write down is everybody, if you have a College Board account, which all of you should, everybody that's signed up to take the exam already has an account. You might not remember your password, but go to College Board, Google it, collegeboard.org, or it's apcentral.collegeboard, something like that. But just Google College Board, it's all one word, and you can log in, you can go through forgot your username and password or whatever. But they're going to have a ton of free material to access to help you study for the AP exam. And you remember, you can get college credit, or you can skip English 1010 in college and go right into 2010. It saves you like $500. So it's still worth it for you to take the test, even though we're not having some face-to-face instruction anymore. Here's what they said as far as the setup of the exam for the end of the year. For the 2019-2020 exam administration only, so it's this year is the only way that it's going to be like this, students can take a 45-minute online free response exam at home. And what that means is, instead of having, as we had a few weeks ago, we had a breakdown. I told you what the AP exam would look like. It would be one section that was multiple choice for like an hour, and then you have a little break, and then you'd have 2 hours and 15 minutes to write 3 essays, and they had to be handwritten. All of that has changed now. There will be no multiple choice sections, and instead of 2 hours and 15 minutes to write 3 essays, you'll have 45 minutes to write 1 essay. Now, they're going to give teachers more information on April 3rd or 4th, one of those days, and I'll know more then. But my suspicion is, based on the amount of time that they're giving you and the emphasis that is AP language and composition, my inclination is to say that they're going to ask you to write a rhetorical analysis, which is what we've been practicing. You've practiced it several times. We've done a lot of analysis practice with the Norman Rockwell paintings that we broke down, the Hotel California. If you remember Bean Soup for the Soul, we analyzed that. The Abigail Adams letter that we've been talking about recently. We've been preparing for rhetorical analysis because that's typically the thing that the AP wants AP language students to know the most about. And so what's going to happen is they're going to have 2 separate days that you can take the test. One day is going to be earlier in the year, and then one day is going to be later in the year. My recommendation would be that we all wait until later in the year to do it, because some of the activities that I have planned for this distance education will help you to be better prepared for the exam. So taking it at the later date would be better. Now, on that day, it's not just like at any time you can sign in and take it. It's you've got to have a computer on that day at whatever the time frame is that they say that you can log in. And it's because they're going to have some security measures. When you log in, it's going to have like a locked window so that you can't access other windows. You can't exit out of it because they don't want you to be able to look up information and stuff. You got to write based on your own knowledge. So you have to be on the computer, connected to the internet, logged into their database at that time. And you're going to have 45 minutes to write that one response. Like I said, I assume it's going to be a rhetorical analysis. It could be different. But the other change is that you're going to be able to type it. In the past, we thought you were going to have to handwrite it. You did all those Gatsby responses by hand because I was helping you to build up your stamina to write by hand. And like I said, I hope that all of you choose to still take it. I think that we've done a lot of preparation for the analysis, and I am confident in all of your abilities to perform well on that, and especially now that you're going to be able to type, that's going to help you to be more clear with your ideas and to produce more content than you would have had you been handwriting. Either way, even if you decide not to take it, the material that we will practice for the remainder of the year will be geared towards helping those who choose to take the test perform better on the test. Now, it's not just that I'm teaching to the test, but the test assesses skills that are important for you. So being able to analyze, being able to write clearly, to develop a thesis and structure your claims, your evidence to support your claims. Those are all important skills. So even if you choose not to take the AP exam, you will be expected to practice those skills that would help you on the AP exam. Okay, ultimately, that's it. And just remember to utilize the College Board website. If you do plan on taking that test, they'll have a lot of material for you. All right, over and out.